how are you guys? I hope that you are all doing well and fine. So in this tutorial, we'll be discussing about the JavaScript promises. So promises provides different two types of cases to handle the file. So we have here, of course, we're using, of course, the success of the data and, of course, the failure of the data. So that's very simple explanation. Therefore, we can use the resolve word, and of course, we can use the reject word. This is like you are using the try and catch of a program. So we will transfer this and of course explain this well in your JavaScript program. For example, how to use the try and catch program. This is how you create exception at the same time evading those errors that will crash the program during runtime. So in this case, well, of course, no, we will show to you using the try and catch. At the same time, we'll have to transfer immediately the explanation of using the what promise in JavaScript. Okay, so how to do that? For example, we have with a program. Start with a program right here, and then doc type. Okay, HTML. Then we have the HTML right here. Okay, so let us provide here the head and title. Okay, so demo of try and catch in JavaScript. So while we're discussing about the try and catch JavaScript, this is will serve as a basic opener for you people who'd like to use the promise of JavaScript. So try just like to test if a program is okay, and if there is an error, then we'll have to catch and of course throw the exceptions. Okay. Now we have to continue this program. What's next? So we'll start with the body, and we will call the HTML what you call this ID. We can use the p1 equals to ID equals to, let's say, demo test of try and catch. But our target here class is to show to you how to use the promises. But again, this will serve as an example of using the try and catch, the same thing with your promises that handles two cases. So these two cases are, well, of course, we have the resolve, and of course, we have the reject cases. So this will create a clean type of request of whatever data is provided in your code, and it will be validated. Now, let's proceed. Let us use the script, and let us test here, of course, the try and catch. So we have here the try. And by the way, well, because the try and catch, they are a tandem type of serve word. So we have try. Okay. So let's say try, we have to use alert X and then window hello world. Okay. So did you notice that we don't have this alert X command, and at the same time we have here the catch, and we have the ear right there. This is your parameter, and then we can say let's say document that get element by ID, and then we channel this error to the demo ID. You can use the single quote or double quotation, but I'm using the double quotation. I'm used to it. Okay, inner HTML equals to error, and then error here is a parameter. We call the error, and we call the message, the method of the message. Okay, so this is how it goes. So let us check our code, and at the same time, let us finish this. Okay, this is the example of doing that. So just imagine if you are doing this, no, we are using this try as part of course, a success handle and catch for what you call this failed handle. Okay, so that's how things goes, so that you will have better understanding how to use try and catch at the same time using the JavaScript promise. All right, so that's how you do it. Now let us test the code, and here we have the doc type, and we have here the code. Let us review first our code right here. Well, we infused the demo ID here, and we have to infuse also our script try alert X hello world catch error. If this is not correct, automatically this will provide an error message right here. Okay, so when we run the code, alert X is not defined. Why is it that where does this not defined came from? Okay, so this is the output. Why is it that we have the alert X is not defined? Because of this catch exception. So if we change this, okay, if we change this to alert or alert X, okay, alert or window alert, we need to say, okay, this will be admitted as a command, okay, alert, accepted as a command rather. So when you run the program, automatically this will show hello world and this will test of try and catch. So we need to say this is correct, okay, it's not a problem. Now let us proceed to the next item. So there you have it. This is where this is a successful case handle using the try. And if there's an error, it will proceed right here. It will slide to the next statement of the catch statement. So if you can still recall your Java programming, we have also the try and catch program there, or whatever is that. No, you can use this to trap the errors. What if we use the JavaScript promise? Okay. What is that JavaScript promise, class? So in this case, we'll be using what you call the JavaScript promise. Okay, it has two handle. We have the success, and of course we have failure handle. In short, we are using the resolve, and we have the reject. So we'll be using the callback function to call these parameters. Okay, promise provides what you call these results. Okay, that will validate the information if it has a glitch or not. Now let us start the code right here again. Doc type. Oops, sorry. So we have here doc type HTML. Okay, and we have to use the head. Why is it that I'm always infusing this statement? Purpose of this is where later on, well, you can add any framework in this area. So I put the title. So the title is JavaScript Basic Promises. Okay. Now, what's next? So we have to infuse the body right here. Okay. And at the same time, let us infuse here, of course, the ID also. ID equals to demo. And then there you have it. Test result of promise. Okay. So what will happen is we will ask the user, or maybe we can declare a variable in JavaScript at the same time. Let us validate if the variable matches to that value. If that value is correct, automatically we'll call the resolve. Otherwise, it will infuse the failure handle. Okay. So from here, we will create our own script. Okay, to display the result, the message. So let's say function. Okay, function dips. Okay, dips data. So we have to put here the vol1. Vol1 is a parameter. Okay, this is the parameter. So we have to rechannel this parameter and get the element using the p, and of course the ID of demo. There you have it. So this is the demo ID. Okay, and we need to channel it as an output. So this is vol1. This is the return parameter to the main statement. So the purpose of this function is to display only the value. All right. So what's next? So let us use the let x equals to, let's say, your promise. So this is a variable. You can create your own variable. Okay. Your promise or my promise. Okay. And then we create a constructor, promise, capital letter P. And then let's use the callback function using here my resolve. So this is another parameter. Anyway, you can change this if you want. No? So I'm just using this for the sake of this for discussion. Rev check, and then there you have it. All right. So from here, well, of course, we have here rev check, and of course, we will put here the pairing of the statements. Why is it that we have the open the close parenthesis right here? Because we started here with the callback function. So therefore, we need to provide here, of course, the open statement and the close statement of brace, and then we provide here because we are lacking of the close statement. Okay, so this is the variable right now. So next is, well, of course, let us declare the variable right here. Let's say let data1 equals to 0. So we are declaring this variable, and of course we have to check this variable. If the variable is equals to 0 or it's not equals to 0, automatically it will what? Provide the handle of my recheck. If it is equals to 0, then it will provide the my resolve handle. So let us check resolve. And then we have here the handle of okay. That is correct. Okay. Okay. Wait, that's wrong. If data 1 equals to 0, okay, let us check that. So we can say, well, of course, we need to infuse this handle right here. So it's very simple. So we have to say my resolve, okay, that is correct. Okay. Otherwise, we'll force else. And then we will call this handle, okay. It's just like this is your try and this is your catch. All right. So my recheck and then, oops, okay, that's it. And then there you have it. So we have already finished the first part of our code here. So we need to go to the last part of the code. So what's the purpose of this? Purpose of this is to return the value of whatever goes right here. So this is the val1. Val1 is of course the any value that will comes right here, and of course we need to bring down this your promise variable at the bottom. Okay, your promise. So what will happen is that of course, so we put here your promise then. So then is to what you call this to create another handle right here. So let's say function, and then we create a parameter for the value. There you have it. So you have the parameter of the value. Start with the statement at the top. So the statement is to display the value. If this is equals to 1 is to 0, then okay, that is correct. Therefore, it will what you call this value from the resolve handle. This is the resolve handle, my resolve handle. So we call the this data to display, of course, the message. Okay. So what will happen is we will type it right here. Function value and then dips. Remember, this is a function at the top. We declare this at the top as a function. Look at that. All right. So that is the top. So we have to display value. This is the parameter of the value. And then we put the comma. All right. This is the statement for that. So if you put it in other way of writing the program, you can use this, okay, so that you will not get confused. Okay, this is how you do it. Okay, and then this is only the translation for of this statement at the top. Okay, so you can say dips data value. There you have it. So this is how you do it. Okay, so this is the equivalent of this data, except that of course I just want to make it more exotic. So instead of using this, I'm using this statement. Okay, okay. Now we'll erase this. Okay. Next is, of course, we have to put the comma and then infuse another function. So we put here the error and then dips data, and then you have here the error. Then that's it. After that, well, of course, we will end right here. So what will happen is we need to pair it this because this is part of the expression. So we need to put a semicolon. And of course, aside from that, so we have here to put the body. So let us inspect the code. Okay. So this is the code at the top. All right. So there you have it. So doc type HTML head, and then we have here the head body PID equals to demo. This is where we're gonna what you call this provide results for the okay, that is correct, or oops. So in this case, we have declared first the variable for your promise, and then we create the constructor for this promise. So your promise has of course functions as a function that will resolve the handle. So if data we declare the variable data is equals to 0, if data equals to 0, then my result, okay, that is correct. Otherwise, well, of course, my reject, oops. Your promise then, okay, display the error value and display what you call is the value of the data, if that's correct. Now let us check the code. When we run the program, test result promise, so we don't have the result yet here. So let us check first what is the error in this code so that we can, of course, validate it. Okay, let us check. We have not yet displayed the result, so we need to find the error. Okay, all right, we have script, and of course, let's make this a bit bigger. I think we have the script. Okay. Wait. Let us check. Okay. There you have it. So we have the script. Okay. Let us run the code. All right. So the value here is the value of the data is 0, and of course we need to change this to 0. Okay. Let us change that. Okay. When we run the program, okay, that is correct. We need to say this is working. Okay, that is correct. Is of course the 100 cases. We need to say this is a successful one. But if we change this to 5, okay, let us check that. So nothing's happened. So it will say, oops, we need to say there's a problem with the code, and it is rejected. Okay, that's a big, that's a right answer. So there you have it. No, well, of course you can use this for your other program, and at the same time, this is only a basic explainer of how to use the promise, and we are using the two handle cases to resolve it and to reject it. But again, what if we create here an entry, okay, prompt, and then enter any number, okay. Let us check that. Now, when we run the program, so the value of data 1 is equals to 0. If data equals to 5, automatically it will say, okay, that is correct. If that's not equals to 5, then it will say, oops. So this is how it goes, class. Your promise, then, of course, this is where we create the promises for that, and of course, display the value in the error. So this is how this data works, no? To return the value of the result in my check. When we run the program, we enter 5, it will say, okay, that is correct. Okay, but if we again enter another number, not 5, then it will say oops. Therefore, of course, the program is working to all of us. Okay, thank you so much. So if you are, if you like this video, please share, subscribe, and please, of course, share this also to your friends and colleagues. And thanks so much for watching.